I mean, the curtains change colors from one cover to another. So I tried to match all the colors, right? We got the red, like the deluxe version, and then we got the blue, like the original version. And I tried to match the wall. Or the bed, or the wall. I don't know. My bed or wall? Hold on. Nah, more like the wall, yeah. Hello guys and welcome back. I am very happy today because I have received the gift that I've been wanting for. I'm sorry, that was really intense. I apologize. I've been waiting for a while for this. Sabrina Carpenter released finally her deluxe version of her album's Emails I Can't Send. I absolutely adored the album. It was magnificent. Each song was incredible. I had one of the best experiences listening to that album. It was so well thought out. I love her sense of humor in the album. It's just the lyrics were amazing. The production was amazing. Honestly, kind of disappointed that Sabrina doesn't have more like recognition for her music. I mean, she's not known regardless. I mean, come on, yeah. Half of America is probably still sleeping on her. And Canada too. And the world. Wait, is she coming to Montreal? Hold on. Because I know she's going on tour again. She's doing Calgary, Edmonton, Vancouver. How dare she not come to Montreal? Come on. Come on. So today we're reacting to Sabrina Carpenter's Emails I Can't Send Forward, which has 4 new tracks, but because I've never really recorded any reaction to the album with you guys because it came out before I started doing this, I was thinking we might want to revisit the songs together so I can give kind of like my opinion slash what I liked about the different songs and relive the whole experience to then jump into the deluxe version of the album. Let's do it. To start off with a piano like this.
It's times like worse that I assume
that build up.
No, I can't even look at you.
I mean, talk about a way to open up an album. Honestly. Come on. And also the fact that she named her deluxe version of the album Emails I Can't Send Forward. Genius. Absolute genius.
Everyone thinks you're an angel, but shit, I would probably use different wording. So, you're so vicious. No.
Ouch. I mean, can we talk about production? This whole album was just amazing production back to back to back. There's not one song that I didn't like about it. And just the overall writing and we all know the story. I mean, I think to this day, people don't understand that most of the drama that was created was because of the media and the fans. But I mean, as far as art making goes, using whatever like tabloid is happening in the world and converting it into songs, it's artistry. That's what it is. It's artistry. One of my favorites. Definitely Read Your Mind is one of my favorites, and it's that switch up just about now.
Made it clear when you told me. You say you know that you might be crossing the line.
To be able to include like a disco inspired song on an album like this so brilliantly, like I just want to go roller skating with like an afro and like a 70s 80s disguise and just like ooh.
We were never in the park, talking on a seesaw, teetering with our feelings in the dark.
The imagery of the song, the lyrical writing of it, and Sabrina did it on her own. All the lyrics apparently are written by her.
I guess maybe that's why I'm lying to my therapist.
I have a little bit of a controversial statement to make about the song. Originally, it wasn't my favorite when I first listened to the album. I was more into like the mainstream poppy songs of the album, but that one was like honestly achievement for best grower. That sounds really weird, but achievement for the song that has grown the most in terms of what I like, because I fell in love with it. Like I really, as I revisited the song, re-listened to the lyrics again, I fell in love with it. It is beautiful. It's raw and gut-wrenching, but it's amazing.
I'll drive you home
You drive me crazy. I just realized that the album came out on July 15th, which is typically a risky move considering the fact that usually it's a slow season in the summer. Like all the songs and albums have been released before the summer break. So, yo, this song, Because I Liked a Boy, wreck. It's a fucking wrecking song. That chorus though, I mean the whole song, but that chorus though.
Now I'm a homewrecker, I'm a slut. Got death threats filling up semi-truck.
Oh, it is wild what people do because of love and what other people do because other people are in love, aka fans and death threats and inappropriate messages for something that is such a private business to begin with. I know about the whole drama. I don't want to re-explore it. I'm here for the album. I'm here for the album. I'm sorry, but the worst of traumas make for the best of songs, and I'm not sorry about that. Yeah, Already Over was one of my favorites on the first listen of the album. There's something that, I don't know, it gives me like Little House on the Prairie type of vibe. But then you have that bass.
We can say we won't. How am I supposed to leave you now that you're already over?
There's something about that it's just, it really gets to me. The whole project was cohesive. It was a perfect August album. I know it came out in July, but it was literally the perfect August album, beginning of September, just as we're heading into the fall, right at the end of summer, when, especially here in Canada, like the trees kind of start changing leaves, and we know that the cold is coming eventually. Like we can see it from very far away. I think I put her album for like a Canadian Thanksgiving party that I had, which, by the way, Canadian Thanksgiving is at a different date than the American Thanksgiving. We have it in October. You guys have it in November. Look it up on Google if you want more details as to why and blah, 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 blah. But it was a great album for Thanksgiving. It's kind of that warm, cozy feeling of like the guitar. This line.
You used the fork once. It turns out forks are fucking everywhere.
Kills me every time. It literally kills me every time. But also, it is so indicative of how, like, in love, we make little stupid things so big and magnificent and significant and life-changing, and it's like, shut the fuck up. It's just like a normal thing, again, that you're gonna find in every single relationship. Like there's literally nothing special. Nothing. Like, for example, I have this ex that has a very specific car, a Honda Civic Black. It is probably the most common car that you can find on the road, especially in my area for some reason or another. And like, it's all the memories in that car. It's like, yeah, but I just see that car freaking everywhere. Like, it's everywhere. It's perfectly written as a line. It's perfect.
How many things you wanna do, you think I'm in between?
It really sucks to be in that position.
Myself falling further down your priority.
Yeah, that specific position. Yeah, now that I'm thinking about it, maybe I related a little too much to that song.
Your corner in my mind is well established.
Those harmonies. Like, reaching that point of knowing that you're not even the second thought is so painful because you know it's over for good. Like, that is the dead end point. And then you hit us with this. What in the cowboy yeehaw? And then it goes into this
Told me.
groovy, like, what?
Slowly.
That groovy bass line. That 80s sound effect in the back.
That between you and I bet you didn't think about.
Now this song, which almost didn't make it to the album apparently, according to Sabrina, is hilarious as fuck.
Baby, my tongue goes numb. Sounds like blah, blah, blah.
Peak lyricism. Sabrina fans, you're gonna know exactly what the reference is.
Feels so good, I had to jump the octave.
just because she had to. Just because she could. The fact that on her tour, she made an outro for every single performance of the song. And she made a Christmas version of the song. What can you ask more? Now, when I heard Fast Times for the first time, I knew this era was different. I just knew that this album was going to be different than her previous work. It was going to be elevated. I knew she was going to bring her A game on this album. I loved it. I loved this as a first single and as a song. Fast Times was amazing.
Tiptoeing past so many stages, but
What the fuck is patience? Our generation, what the fuck is patience? I mean, Gen Z's not known for patience. Millennials either, but even more so Gen Z's. Fun fact about Sabrina that I learned, apparently one of her musical inspirations is Aretha Franklin. And for some reason or another, when I heard the song for the first time, I could see that influence of like kind of tapping into that soul-ish, jazzy-ish sound, or at least I understood the direction she was taking. I didn't expect the album to sound a little bit different than that song. This one stands out a little more sonically, but yeah, it was cool to see because I could tell where the inspirations were coming from. Okay, that whole first verse of Skinny Dipping.
hear the barista call an oat milk latte in your name, and I look up from my phone and think there's no chance it's you, but it is. It was really nice. Maybe we should do this on purpose sometime.
She managed to tell the whole story of a scene. Like, you literally can imagine the whole thing happening right in front of you. She gives all the important details, and she's like, I love this album. Have I said it before? I know I have. That was a rhetorical question, okay?
We've been swimming on the edge of a cliff.
This is the song of the album that sounds the most like it belongs in a movie. This is the one that really is visual, is dramatic, is full, and it sounds super cinematic.
He's good for my heart.
That is another one that had to grow on me a little bit, but it definitely grew. It really did. It is crazy, you know, those moments where you're like in that honeymoon phase that you just don't want to get out of bed because you're so comfortable with that other person. That's exactly what Bad for Business is, because now you wake up, you're late, you have to run to the office, you're last minute, your boss is gonna see you half seemingly tired and not having a full night's sleep. Falling in love is so great for the heart and the emotions, but it is literally terrible for business because it messes up your whole routine, your whole life. You just have to go page one, rewrite the whole thing about how you behave, and that song really encapsulates that feeling so well.
You're good at the fall and not the staying there.
Okay, and what can I say about Decode? Like,
Wonder why I let your confusion keep me up.
it's just, what a way to end the album.
Overanalyzed it from back and beside.
Guilty.
Done looking for signs and the gaps in the silence.
So loud. Sometimes silence can be so loud. I feel like Decode is such a great representation. Actually, even the whole album at this point. The whole album is such a great representation of the younger generation, like very late millennials, Gen Z. Because like Decode is all about like trying to interpret something from social media and seeing a post and trying to decode what it means, because you know there could be an underlying meaning because of what you're going through with that person. But even the whole album, like you think about Fast Times and how we're like so quick in relationships and just burning through them. Tornado warnings with the mention of the psychologist and like lying because you don't want to be judged. Emails that I can't send, right? This whole idea that it's like even applicable to text messages and stuff. This whole idea that you have some stuff that you, like literally a modern day journal basically, that you were keeping in your notes in your computer. What a way to end the album. The original album, not the deluxe version. Before we jump into the 4 new tracks of the album that I'm really excited to discover, I was thinking we could do some sort of like little fun activity together because we're on the theme of emails that you cannot send. What I was thinking is I could quickly go through all the 13 existing tracks and express how I feel about them as if they were email subject lines. Are you down for that? Well, I'm not really giving you much of a choice anyway. Let's jump into it. Emails I can't send. Setting the tone right because there's a lot to say. Vicious. I appreciate the brutal honesty of the song. Read your mind. What a bop. Listen now. Tornado warnings. I want to say, keep your phone with you. Now you can have like the Amber Alerts on them. But that's not how I feel about the song. So I'm going to say the beauty in the lyrics and the simplicity of the song. That's my subject line. Because I like the boy. Ow, fuck. Already over. Yeehaw meets pop. That's how I feel about it. It's, yeah. Yeehaw meets pop. How many things? Way too relatable and I want to cry. Okay, maybe not. I want to cry. So true and relatable about moving on from a situation. But painful. Bet you wanna. Another bop. Yep. Nonsense. That shit is hilarious as fuck. I think that's what it's gonna be. Pastimes? Why don't you go ahead and read the whole generation? Skinny dipping. I know, if only life was that simple. Bad for business. Yeah, Sabrina, and you've got a brand to run. Decode. Dating in this generation and time is really complicated nowadays. But overall, like seriously guys, I loved the album. And I am excited to jump into the 4 new tracks that are now at tracks 14 through 17, Opposite Feather, Lonesome, and Things I Wish You Said. That last one I'm fearing is gonna hit hard based on the title. I'm so excited. My bar is kind of high. I'm not gonna lie, but let's jump right into it. Oh. It reminds me of the Legend of Zelda type of music from the Nintendo 64.
Oh, see, you do have a type, and it's not me. If you wanted brown eyes, I could've got contacts. Trying to take it as a compliment. It's kinda feeling like the opposite. And I know now, even if I try to change. Does she step out the spotlight so you bathe in it? Does she get up on top you more than I would? Does she just love the picture cause you're painting it?
That mix of the arpeggio with the country sounding guitar and the brutally painful lyrics. We're starting off amazingly horrible, as in this is already making me hurt for her again. But the song is amazing. The production is consistent with the rest of the album, and okay, next.
Oh, not another tape. Oh, it's like that. I'm your dream come true when it's on a platter for you. I feel so much lighter like a feather with you off my mind. Got you blocked, excited to never talk. I'm so sorry for your loss. I'm love where I'm at.
Wow. What was that voice? Wow. It sounds like a kid. It's like I'm seeing fireworks for the first time. Okay, it's official. I'm delirious. Okay, cool. I mean, the production was amazing. It was reminiscing of Read Your Mind. It's that upbeat, feel-good kind of song. But once again, the lyrics are amazing. Her writing is just impeccable. She really just summed up the feeling of finally moving on so well in that song. Wow. I'm so far really not disappointed. like more than just not disappointed. I'm like really ecstatic, and I'm slightly mad at Sabrina for holding on to those songs that long. I mean, usually a deluxe version of an album kind of is released fairly quickly. At the time in the music industry, it used to be on the same day as the release of the original album because they literally had a different pricing on, you know, the shelves when you bought a physical CD. But nowadays they kind of keep it either like, I don't know, I feel like they release it like 2-3 months after the original release of an album. But this Sabrina, we're talking about like 8-9 months since the album came out. I know that you probably wanted to use it as some way to like have more news about you at the time that you're about to go back on tour, but I'm still mad I didn't have those to bop to before. I'm just saying.
If I fall in love with all my problems, will they leave me too?
Whoa!
You can't spell lonesome without me.
Definitely the most yeehaw sounding in the whole bunch. I feel like a cowboy. Isn't that kind of strange how it all changed? But I wasn't the one they wanted you to love. It's crazy to have that, because literally my brain went into a visual of like Sabrina kind of like as the antagonist of a Western film where she's going from city to city, and every city she's like facing a different obstacle. Like in one city she's facing her ex, and then in the other city she's facing her ex's ex that they had an argument with, and then in another city she's like facing the judgment of like the fans and the whole society as, you know, as a whole, and she's like kind of trying to survive from city to city, and she's perceived as the antagonist, but truly she is the protagonist, where she's the one who was screwed over, and she cannot, literally the line, she cannot escape your history. It's like, no matter what town you go to, everybody has heard about the story, so she cannot like escape that, you know, storyline. As a song, it might be more of a grower to me, and I really have to be more in a specific mood to listen to it, or if I'm revisiting the whole album. But visually speaking, it was so cinematic for me, and I loved it. That would make for an amazing music video, for example. Okay, and we're down to the last track, Things I Wish You Said, and I'm terrified.
Sorry I left you in the dark. I always reach for your leg over there on your side of the car. Nobody gets my jokes, everyone here thinks I'm fucking rude.
Oh.
Without you here, I don't know what to do.
Oh wait, shut the fuck up. That's all things that she wishes he said.
Things I wish you said to me. Like things you never said, things you'll never say to me.
That's so sad and painful, but also beautiful. Well thought out as a song. Like, my heart was already hurting for her through the first original version of the album, and I thought I was over it, but now it's listening to the new songs, I'm just feeling everything again. Okay, let's do the same exercise again. 4 subjects for the 4 new letters, emails, or whatever I'm replying to. Opposite, ouchity, fuck, ouchity. Does that even make sense? Is that even a word or a sound? Or am I gonna have to make up for that onomatopoeia? Sometimes for the best. And in parentheses, stop comparing yourself. Close parentheses. Feather. Congrats, you finally made it to the good place. Lonesome. Okay, cowgirl, you win the duel. And things I wish you said. Don't expect to ever get that email. It is absolutely insane. There is honestly not even one single miss on the album, even the deluxe version. The only thing is, because it's a deluxe version, the order of the songs obviously aren't like placed the way that it could be. Actually, she could have pulled off like a rare Selena Gomez move where she put in the songs like in the album and like kind of rework the track listing around the order of the songs. That being said, sonically speaking, the songs are cohesive. They all seem to be part of the same project, which is super important. The writing is consistent. It's good all album round. Sonically, it's cohesive. Did I say that already? I might be repeating myself at this point. I'm nowhere near disappointed. Definitely Opposite and Feather got to me, like just the production of Feather, the concept of Opposite, Lonesome, the visual that I got, Things I Wish You Said, heart-wrenching ending. Are we shocked? No, we're not. It's honestly, this is just a beautiful addition to the whole project, and I'm really appreciative of this part that was released. Might I add that it was also announced like this week. I was not planning on reacting to that up until like a few days ago when it was announced. But it's so funny because I was just revisiting the album recently, a few songs off of it at least, and I really didn't expect to hear about a deluxe version of the album. Wow, amazing. Sabrina, hats off. I'm not taking mine off because my hair is not prepared, but hats off to this beautiful body of work. This is my official ranking of the songs of the album, including the deluxe tracks. Like I said, it's an amazing experience, and honestly, I highly recommend it to anybody who minimally likes pop music. Like, if you listen to some pop music, give Emails I Can't Send forward a listen. Absolutely. It's funny, it sounds amazing, it's well written, it's cohesive. I mean, literally nothing wrong with that project. And I'm just hoping, and now it's on my bucket list, that I get to see Sabrina Carpenter in real life for a concert, hopefully for this album. Will that happen? I don't know. I don't think so. I live in Montreal. We don't get all the shows. This was my reaction to Emails I Can't Send Forward Edition by Sabrina Carpenter. I hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. It was really fun to revisit the album with you guys and kind of share my thoughts and opinions about the songs that were already released last year. And it was great to discover these 4 new songs with you. And let me know basically in the comments which ones were your favorite, which ones grew for you over time. Yeah. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell notification, like, leave a comment, etc, etc, etc. I'm going back to the office tomorrow to write more emails that have nothing to do with the content of these songs, but are very generic and a lot more boring to write. So I'm gonna go to sleep now. And I hope you guys are doing well, and I'll see you sometime soon for another reaction video or some other project. And yeah, that's it. Bye.